Thank you for staying with us. With just a few months to the 2023 election, many Nigerians have started showing support and doing all within their powers to garner even more support for their preferred candidates, especially in the heat of this campaign season. One such person is documentary photographer Dayo Adedayo, who tells stories while exposing the beauty of genuine moments through his lens. This time around, he is showcasing photographs of rare moments of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu. He joins us now in the studio. Good morning. It's good to have you on the program.
Oh, good morning.
Good
to see you again.
You're welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, let's begin with you giving us a rare view of what it is or what it has been like capturing, all that you have seen Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu do, how it has been. Just give us a sense of what it is.
The first thing I'll talk about is Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu, like the Yoruba people will say, is an Omoluabi. He's respectful, and he's a gentleman to the core. No grain of bitterness in him. So what has he done? The first thing he did was all his predecessors' projects were completed. Looking at the way he came in, there was a lot of bickering during the primaries of the APC then.
Yes.
So coming in, finished that before he started his team's projects. And I could say, if not for COVID, Jack Conde's record in Lagos is at stake at the moment, with what he has done. And
Really?
yes, because when you look at the numbers of classrooms the government has been able to provide, that has been able to do, the schools rehabilitated, the numbers of roads, as at the last interview I had with the the special advisor on works, as about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Lagos State has been able to construct 113 kilometers of roads.
Wow.
Right? About 240 roads has been awarded, contract has been awarded, 87 are ongoing at the moment in terms of roads. And it's quite unfortunate in Lagos because the more you do, the more people trooping into the state.
Exactly.
So no matter what you do, people will just think nothing is going on, because it's just like comparing a family of 4 to a family of 10. With a family of 10, you will struggle with the way the situation is. And unfortunately, most of us we are not using public service. If we are to use public service, we'll be able to appreciate more what it has been able to do. So for me, I will need to break it down into sectors, from works into the intermodal transport system, health, housing, and what have you. But Jack Conde's record is going at the moment, just like the Nigerian lady, what's her name now, broke the 110.
Yeah, exactly.
Amusan.
Yes. So for me, what she has been able to do as a documentary photographer, I deal with evidence. And luckily, he is lucky to have one fine gentleman called Ademola Olaniran, who has been documenting 90% of the 95% of the photographs that I'm exhibiting at the exhibition.
Okay.
Were taken by Ademola Olaniran, and I gave kudos to him, because it's not easy to. People think it's easy. Photography is the most easiest job in the world. No, it is not. It's no different from being a brain surgeon. That's the truth of it, because you need to take pictures that will wow people. And while you are recording yesterday, people do not value it until years to come.
Yeah.
Imagine what Ademola Olaniran has been able to do if Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has gotten all those things documented. We'll be talking of different things today. But to go straight to what Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu has been able to do, politically they call him Sellable. Yeah, two guys named him Sellable because of the way he dresses and the way he talks to people. And when you look at his trajectory from when he was a special advisor to the deputy governor, to the governor, commissioner, now he LSDPC. He transformed LSDPC before he became the governor. That was his last public post before he became the governor of the state. If I go into roads, one regional road, which is going to link Lekki Ekpe Express Road down to Freedom Way, is under construction, and I'm sure that should be commissioned before the end of this administration. Ojota Link Bridge to Okwebi 2 is there. Then if you go to the Lekki axis, that's pure concrete from Eleko Junction to Ekpe. Those are major roads. Then you have the Oba Sekumade in Ikorodu, you know. Then the refinery, I mean, not the refinery, the jet, no, not the jet, the port.
The port.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know the name of that road. Yes, in Ikorodu. Concrete as well. I mean, the last person that tried to do that was Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2003. But if you go back there today, it's a different ballgame entirely. That is on roads. Then when you go into health, he was practically the head of state of this country during COVID. He was the only person people are seeing. And without him in Nigeria at that point in time, only God knows what could have happened to the country. Because without Lagos State, what Lagos State did, because Lagos was the first state in the country to experience COVID. And at that point, thank God for the commissioner as well, who happens to be in that field. If I happen to have another commissioner for health, Dr. Abayomi, who is not in that field, it might be a different ballgame. But it was the incident commander going back and forth, making sure that nothing happened. And during that time, oxygen was very expensive. And people, they chase money. And I tell people the best things in life are free. We all breathe oxygen without even knowing the value of the oxygen we are breathing. You know, then I think some oxygen plants were also built during COVID because there were shortages and those tanks were very expensive. So it was the incident commander. So people should not forget. You know, we tend to forget things in this country, and that's the beauty of documentary photography.
All right, let me ask you this before we go. I still want to talk about photography and documentary. Talk to us basically, how differently do photography and documentary tell stories separately from the reports that we see on TV, hear on radio, and read on the papers?
Not really different.
Okay.
When you do broadcast journalism, you see, because it's controlled. I mean, you are a journalist. It's not everything you can report.
Exactly.
You know, so because government has to gauge what you are bringing out. But in terms of documentary photography, you have a project that you want to go to. So I want to document Mike today for 24 hours or a week. I'll be behind the scenes. Things that people actually do not see, you know, I'll bring that out. But in terms of broadcast journalism, I studied abroad. And if a photographer is known to have manipulated an image, you'll be sacked immediately. There is no go.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be sacked immediately because you can't manipulate image. It has to be real. In the newspapers, on the television, you can't change anything, or you lie, or you stage something. It's a sackable offense on the spot. But meanwhile, documentary is what you feel. And that is why when my friends say, "So Dayo, you are too old to be taking pictures," the next thing I'll say, I was King Sunny Ade, Ebenezer. These are my fathers. They are still singing. You know, so this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And my role model, the person I love most, he's 96, David Attenborough. He's a British guy, 96-year-old, and he's still working till tomorrow. So what is stopping me? Because documentary photography, what I will see is different from what you are seeing.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's the difference between the two. You know?
All right, let's get back to the issue of documenting what Sanwo-olu has done in Lagos. And I'd like for us to look into the aspect of security. and perhaps the economy. What we have been able to document with regards to these two aspects.
Okay. Luckily, Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu was part of the Security Trust Fund that His Excellency, former Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, created when he was the governor. So in terms of security, they've been able to raise a lot of funds from the private sector. And unfortunately, because we run the country that everything comes from Abuja, Lagos State haven't really got much to do in terms of security, even though they are spending their whole money to train, to kit the policemen on the street. After training, the irony of it is the policemen can be moved to anywhere in the country. So it's part of the constitutional defects that we have in the country. But what has they done? They've bought a lot of vehicles, which you will see at the exhibition, trucks, patrol trucks, and what is it called now? The armored vehicles, you know, just in case they're going about. And you can see that Lagos State started this all, and it has also continued. He hasn't, the Omoluabi in him hasn't changed at all. Just because he's there today doesn't necessarily mean those who were there before him, what they've done, he should abandon and just do his own. Because he too, somebody will be there tomorrow. But in terms of security, he has been able to do a lot. And because Lagos, to me, is the most safest state in the country, that is why you're seeing a lot of people trooping into Lagos. And the Commissioner for Health about 2 weeks ago said the National Office of Statistics now said you have over 30 million people living in Lagos. What is drawing people into Lagos is security and the economy, because money goes where there is peace. You will not see money in war front. You will see wastage in war front. Lagos is, I think Lagos has the third largest foreign direct investment in Africa, after Egypt and South Africa, I believe. Lagos is not Nigeria, Lagos State. I mean, you can see the Lekki Deep Sea Port. Yeah. And I could see Lagos economy going 2 digits once the airport in Lekki comes alive as well. And so many things are happening.
And the refinery
refinery is there. So many things are happening in Ekwe axis. So I'm a photographer, I'm not an investor. I wish I had money. If anybody has money, I think Ekwe is the next destination in Lagos State. You have the deep sea port, you have the refinery, you have Alaro City. Alaro City is a brand new city, private investment. You know, a lot of industries are going there because it's eat, live, work, and play city. You know, that is going on. It's no different from the Eco-Atlantic.
Eco-Atlantic.
Yes, you know, so, and you can see Eco-Atlantic as well. So the economy of Lagos is booming. Not just that, Lagos is the headquarters of entertainment in Africa, not just in Nigeria. For you to be successful in life, you have to taste the water in Lagos.
Absolutely.
In Lagos.
I think I like that. I agree. Taste the water in Lagos.
And Alhaji Dangote will testify to that, that without Lagos, it will not be Alhaji Dangote today. Femi Otedola will also testify to that. Who else again? Tony Elumelu, Jimovia, Mike Adenuga, name it. Anybody in Nigeria, if you have not tasted the water in Lagos, you're not going to be rich.
It's amazing. It's really good. I like the way you put it. So let's all come to drink the Lagos water. It's amazing. All right, let's talk about the exhibition that will be coming up soon on Babajide Sanwo-olu. Some of the documented pictures and photos that you have. Talk to us about it.
Yes, the exhibition is titled Sellable. It's coming up on Monday, 21st to 24th of November at the Bamura Hall in Victoria Island Federal Palace Hotel. Okay. And the experience is going to blow everybody's away. It's not just looking at pictures, because what I've tried to do is to jazz the whole place up right from the entrance before you walk through. You'll be seeing a lot of pictures of him, of His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-olu, and his brother, if he's a team player. When you look at the deputy governor, I think he's the most exposed deputy governor in the country. Most states, you don't even know whether they have a deputy. You only see their governors. So I call them tag team. I mean, they've known each other forever. Even at that, that doesn't mean because he's the governor, he has to be seen all the time. So you see that. Then you will read a profile of Ademola Olaniran. And of course, I'm the executive producer of the exhibition. Then they are all in sectors from health, education, works. And because after talking to Mr. Governor himself, his aim, two things he cared most. One, the future and health. Because he said, I'm getting old. His want is retirement to be in Nigeria. And when you're getting old, it's not about money anymore. It's just about your health. So he's spending a lot of money on health and on education, which is the future of the country. And you see the intermodal transport system. And for the first time in the history of the world, Lagos State, you can verify this, Lagos State is the first subnational that will build a rail line. And Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu did the red line in 2 years, because I have to minus COVID. COVID shut down the whole world. Without COVID, Third Mainland Bridge would have been done or halfway done. But COVID killed so many things. And people are going to see the 3D design. People are using the Lekki Ikoyi Bridge now as Lagos. But the design of the fourth mainland bridge is completely different. And people will be amazed what Lagos is going to be like in the next 10, 15, 20 years. My only worry is just the population explosion.
Yeah. We'll keep having it.
Yeah, because
people want to succeed, so they'll come and
they have to come.
You have to go back there.
So you will see that. And another major thing that is coming to Lagos again very soon, you will see the 3D design of the Lagos Film City, also in Ekpe, which is out of this world. And because Lagos is the entertainment capital of Africa, what we lack now, we lack convention center where you can have concerts, anything you want to do, conferences and stuff like that, and then a film village. Yeah. That one is modern. I think it's been done by a gentleman, young man, Linus. I've forgotten his surname now. And you will see that as well. And several other pictures of what he has done. The ferries, 15 jetties, some completed, I think about 11 jetties completed, because what he's trying to do is to take the traffic away from the road so people don't get stuck in traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
So they bought some new boats, high-capacity boats with one barge. I think 15 boats, high-capacity 15 boats with one barge to move vehicles, and the 15 boats. And in the last 1 year, they've only been managed to carry about 500 passengers because, black people don't swim, they say. People are always scared of water instead of going, on the boats, which is faster, because from Ikorodu to Via, it's about 15 minutes on that water.
Wow.
But if you are coming by road, it might take you up to 2 hours.
No, of course.
But people
especially at peak periods.
Peak period, even longer.
Yeah, of course, it could be longer.
Even longer during peak period. So you see a lot of that as well. I'm going to curate the exhibition. So if people come in on Monday, they're going to see the young man Ademola Olaniran, talk to him, his experience, how he has been able to do this or do that, And there is a video room as well where you can listen to audios or videos being played around to see what he has done and why he was called Sellable. He's a good man.
Right. But there's a book that will be launched.
There's also a book.
So talk to us about that.
Yeah, the book is just about all the projects, because when you come to exhibition, you just walk past. It stays in your memory. But with the book, everything at the exhibition is inside the book. Okay. And I'm going to reveal something he knows nothing about, because this is not a government project. This is a personal project by me.
It must be stated, yeah.
Yes, it's a personal project by me, and government hasn't given me 1 penny. And of course, with the support of friends, you see the names of the friends who supported it, and some organizations as well who supported us. The foreword of the book, was written by the big masquerade, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Wow.
So if the governor is watching now,
Fantastic. Fantastic.
you know,
That's
so,
amazing.
yeah,
That's amazing.
I'm really proud of it, and we need all other state governors and the presidency should tap into this. I was involved with that of Olusegun Obasanjo last minute for everything he did, and during his time, we had the greatest engineering feat that nobody talks about, or they know, or they don't want to talk about it. Because without Obasanjo doing I have pictures of everything from A to Z, from Abia to Zamfara, that the former President Obasanjo did. Without Obasanjo constructing the Gurara Water Dam project, there will be no drinking water in Abuja today. They took water from Gurara down into Usuma Dam, and they dug a tunnel, probably about 3 or 4 kilometers, like you go underground abroad.
Exactly.
You know, trailer can fit into it to get stuff and stuff like that, and that is how they get that. And I think every government should try and document what they did, because there will always be tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, what did you do? You will struggle, because human beings will forget things easily as the years goes by. Yeah. But when it is there, you get it.
How do we begin to take advantage of that? Because what I'm picturing everything you're saying, and I'm trying to understand the perspective of the viewer listening right now, the picture of what Lagos will look like, and so on. Talk to us from the perspective of marketing Lagos. Now, people want to travel to Nairobi, you want to travel to Zanzibar, you want to travel to Johannesburg, Seychelles, Mauritius, and all of that. But we have all of this beauty, a lot of these beautiful things. But talk to us from the perspective of marketing our cities and what we have uniquely from the perspective of tourism.
Honestly, it was part of what we discussed at the table yesterday. A friend of mine was his birthday yesterday. So there is no sense of patriotism in us. That's the key. That's number one. We don't have any sense of patriotism, and that should start from primary school. I will break something on TVC again that I am doing at the moment. I'm building the first of its kind photo gallery in the country. It's under construction at the moment.
Wow.
And by this time next year, it's going to be open to the public.
Wow.
And what is the photo gallery about? You know, I've lived the best part of my life. What I've got left on this planet now is less than what I've left behind. So for me, it's a legacy project. And tapping into what you've just said, at my center, which is an experience center, is for you to walk around Lagos, to walk around Nigeria wearing your goggle, to experience a virtual reality of what we actually have in this country. Because at the moment, we don't have where people can access these things. We talk about it, and we know more of Europe and America than knowing more of Onibongo local government.
Absolutely.
You know?
Exactly.
But at my center, when you come in, it's going to be Nigerian-based. Everything in Nigeria is going to be in that center. And everything that I have, I'm putting into the center for Nigerians to appreciate this country. This country is the most beautiful country in the world. It's the best country in the world. Nigeria is full of land of milk. Nigeria is a land of milk and honey. Why do I say so? 216 million people as at yesterday, according to the United Nations. Just imagine yourself selling a product that 10,000 people will buy monthly. I'm not saying 216, because that is what made Alhaji Dangote the richest black man on earth, because the people that are buying his products are Nigerians.
Exactly.
And I watched a documentary about him some years ago, early 2000 or mid 2000, on CNN, where he said that, not verbally now, that it wants to people in Nigeria, as you are being given back to, you eat Dangote throughout your life, you use Dangote, and when you are being buried, you buried with Dangote. Simple analogy of things. So in terms of tourism, Lagos have a very long coastline, and Lagos is easily the Venice of Africa. Unfortunately, because the way our constitution has been written, there are things that Lagos state government, if Lagos becomes Dubai, today is Thursday, by Monday, it's going to become Makoko. Why? Because everybody will troop into Lagos. And you can't stop anybody from coming into
Exactly.
Lagos.
Freedom of movement.
Freedom of movement. Because the way the constitution has been written, if I'm the president today, or if I'm part of the legislature, there are things that I will do that you will need a visa to come to Lagos.
All right, quickly before we let you go, because we've run out of time, is this exhibition open to everyone?
Yeah, the exhibition is open to the public, so anybody, everybody can come. You don't need any invite to come.
We don't need a visa.
No, you don't need a visa. No, you just come, savor the moment, enjoy yourself, and of course, the few thousands people that the early comers will go with the boat because we don't have what is equal for everybody. Not for
That's
the
amazing.
Not for
That's
everyone.
amazing.
So people can come and see what Mr. Sellable, Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu has been able to do. And I believe purposely after the exhibition, I have no doubt in my mind that Lagos State will say, oh, this is the man, let him continue.
All right, we have to leave the conversation there. Now, documentary photographer Dayo Adedayo, thank you for your time on the program.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.